Kylian Mbappe unleashed a war against Neymar Jr., pushed Messi, and in other words, completely lost his mind. No, friends, this is not some football fan fiction theory. These are real situations that happen at PSG. What is wrong with Kylian and why he can ruin not only his career, but also the present and future projects of Paris Saint-Germain? We will explain the matter in today's video of the Football Club channel. Let's get into it. The Ligue 1 fixture against Montpellier was supposed to be, and it really was in fact, an easy walk for PSG, who were in unbelievable shape at the start of Ligue 1. Parc des Princes saw another victory for the Red and Blues, a confident and telling 5-2, with excellent performances from Messi, Mbappe and Neymar. However, everything was not as smooth as the post-match highlights can show, and we are not talking about the team's performance. All eyes on a poster boy, Kylian Mbappe, the main star of the team. The striker returned to the main roster after the injury and acted rather nervously. In the 23rd minute, the Frenchman missed the penalty. Then, an own goal happened right after his screamer. But at the end of the first half, Donatello finally snapped. Paris Saint-Germain earned the right to another penalty, and Mbappe decided that he should try to take the shot once again. Firstly, he pushed Messi with his shoulder, then approached Neymar and demanded the ball. The Brazilian looked at his teammate with a confused expression and refused him. In another episode, the leader of PSG offensive, not receiving the ball from Vitinha, stopped and emotionally waved his hand. The Portuguese decided to continue an attacking attempt through Messi. When Mbappe did score in the 69th minute, he didn't even celebrate the success. PSG players had forced him to do so. More than strange behavior, don't you agree? Football fans were completely shocked by Mbappe's actions. Mbappe is hilarious, man. When Messi was at the peak of his powers in 2015 and widely considered the best player ever, he was still more than willing to accommodate Neymar and Suarez. Let them take penalty kicks, move to right-winger positions, whatever. Who does this guy think he is? Fan Evan tweets. If Mbappe acted like this with Ramos or Casemiro or Ronaldo or Benzema around, he'd be declared a sensational flop even before his career started. He played with Madrid's fans' emotions for years, only to show his true colors in 2022. That's where Vinicius and Mbappe differ. Real Madrid fan Ashish tweets. Moreover, even after the game, there were lots of interested insiders from journalists. Allegedly, there was at least a commotion between Mbappe and Neymar Jr., and the next day, the management arranged a meeting with both so that they would settle this conflict once and for all. So what's the matter? Why is Mbappe behaving so strangely? Does he have a conflict with Neymar and Messi? All these questions of yours will be answered in a second. Let's move on. The story of Neymar and Mbappe is a typical human nature kind of story, when friends become the greatest enemies at some point. Both footballers moved to Paris in the bustling summer of 2017. They were chosen as leaders who will help the club's sports project to triumph in the Champions League. Friendship between the players only grew stronger in the first years. The more experienced Neymar was somewhat of a football guardian for the mega-talented Frenchman who had already announced himself to the world. Mbappe was still making a rapid progress. If everyone mainly talked about Neymar and his incredible shape in the first season, starting from the 2018-19 campaign, the performers changed roles. In the summer of 2018, Kylian became the world champion at the age of 20, and seems like it was from this moment that the first disputes began in the relationship between the stars. Neymar was fading into the shadow of Mbappe, although he was leaving Barcelona in order not to remain the shadow of Messi. Subsequently, Mbappe started to realize his ambition of becoming the new face of world football. Praised by Pelé himself, Kylian's ego reached threatening proportions. The guy began to share the ball less and netted even more accurate shots, to the approving reactions of French and world journalists. At the same time, Neymar's career did not develop, but on the contrary, stalled. By the time season came to an end, Ney got completely bored and activated a campaign of his return to Barcelona, another trick that Mbappe didn't enjoy much. Nevertheless, the 2019-20 season ended up being one of the most successful ones for the Mbappe-Neymar duo. PSG reached the Champions League final, where they lost to Bayern Munich. In the summer of 2021, Lionel Messi joined PSG. For Mbappe, that was too much. Kylian always wanted to be number one, and then he sees how all Paris literally goes crazy. Of course, Donatello did not like this atmosphere as a whole, thus he demanded a transfer to Real ASAP. The arrival of Messi finally finished off the friendship between Mbappe and Neymar. The Brazilian did all training exercises only with Leo. Here's a very interesting footage taken during one of the Red and Blues training sessions, where Ney ignores Mbappe and waits for Messi to perform the exercise with him. After watching this clip, it becomes obvious that the relations between the Brazilian and the French have become far from friendly. Besides, last year there was an incident in the game against the same Montpellier. Maybe La Payade really is a bewitched club for Mbappe. Kylian sat on the bench and complained that Neymar, you've guessed it, did not give him a pass in a promising attacking attempt. Yes, I called Neymar bum. These are things which happen all the time in football. I spoke to him about it. We already had a few exchanges like that in the past, and it will continue. But there shouldn't be a certain resentment. There is no issue. L'Équipe quoted Mbappe as saying after the game. But again, as it turned out, nothing normal can be seen in such a relationship. The final trigger for the complete destruction of roller coaster relationship between Mbappe and Neymar was set by Kylian's contract renewal. Yeah, you've heard it right, don't be surprised. The Frenchman put an end to his long saga with a transfer to Real Madrid by renewing his contract until 2025 with unbelievable conditions, with which he will be receiving the highest salary in the world among footballers. 57 million euros per season, plus 300 million euros of possible add-ins, and most importantly, he got the opportunity to affect the club's transfer policy and head coach decisions. Only Leo Messi could have such carte blanche in Barcelona. Of course, Juninho did not like what was going on. Right after the crucial tie versus Montpellier, the Brazilian officially confirmed that by liking the following tweet of one of his fans. Now it's official. Mbappe is the one who takes the penalties at PSG. Clearly, this is a contract thing, because in no club in the world that has Neymar, he would be the second collector. None. It seems that because of the contract, Mbappe is the owner of PSG. At the beginning of July, the world football media wrote and reposted the same info. Mbappe wants Neymar to leave PSG. This is yet another reason why recent friends have become bitter foes. According to journalist Romain Molina, Ney found out about the matter and it became the final straw. It was reported that Messi opposed the departure of Neymar, although the management was ready to follow Mbappe's request. Since then, Lionel was not considered a friend for the new leader of the PSG project. During the pre-season tour in Japan, the MMN trio gave a press conference and the guys were placed in a strange manner. Messi was seated in a center as an obstacle between Mbappe and Ney. The Argentine sat closer to the Brazilian, while Kylian was a bit detached. This picture says it all. This was during the water break versus Montpellier. Kylian Mbappe alone at the center away from his teammates. No wonder this tweet, which surprisingly accurately described the current situation in troubled Paris, went viral on the internet. This was not the first time Mbappe demonstrated his arrogance. He allowed himself to criticize head coach Thomas Tuchel for an early substitution on camera, sabotaged to return to the pitch after a racist scandal in a match against Istanbul, threatened to kill Jordi Alba in the street, and clashed with Giroud and Griezmann in the national team. Mbappe doesn't do anything especially terrible, but in recent years his behavior clearly suggests that the boy got a bit starstruck. Take his phrase of him considering himself the best football player on the planet, for example. This problem has been discussed in France for quite a while. His potential is incredible, but also has sides that are a bit more difficult to handle, and when things don't go well, he gets a little whimsical and starts to sulk, believes respected Figaro journalist Baptiste Desprez. It's not at all easy for the balance of the group. When the squad ignores him or it's not what he wants, Mbappe lets him know and he gets in a bad mood. Mbappe has become worse at treating his teammates and interacting with them, notes former France and PSG footballer Jérôme Rotten. The duo of Messi and Neymar kicked off the season very brightly. In the games for the French Super Cup against Nantes and in Ligue 1 first match day against Clermont, the Argentine and the Brazilian performed like they were in their finest Barcelona years. Some football supporters feared that Mbappe's return to the squad could negatively affect the result due to the Let's outright selfishness, and that's exactly what happened. In addition to his moody behavior, Kylian didn't always share the ball with Leo and Menino when they were in better positions. Christophe Galtier will have to solve this big issue of PSG's dressing room, the leader of which Mbappe was supposed to be, according to the management's plan. But can an adult child still guided by emotions and selfishness become the leader? We really don't want Mbappe to turn into an arrogant hypocrite. But now in Paris he is completely hands-free. Therefore, the best thing that Messi and Neymar can do is to leave the club, which in terms of sports now belongs to only one person. Folks, please give us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel. After all, Football Club is a channel of high-quality football journalism. Take care and see you soon!